If you're riding a bicycle drunk, these fiduciaries will give you a fine, right? You won't get any trouble in the military about it, but you got to pay like $200 for it or whatever. So yeah, but once a month, those Marines, they go out and they head, I want to say northeast towards the Maldives to rescue people on sailboats that have thought they can handle the ocean and they've crashed. And I've never seen them not bring people back. I've never seen it, right? So they would leave the island. They would be gone for about 2 weeks. They would shoot up. And depending on where they found them, if they found them along the way, they would take them literally to the Maldives and get them out of there somehow or whatever, right? But if they found them on the way back, you're coming back to DG, right? You're coming back to the island, man. And they used to come back, man, and you would just see these Gilligan Islands looking refugees, man, this like, you know, wearing like prison jumpsuits because that's all they had like to give them, right? And so I thought to myself, like, damn, man, how many of them they just don't ever find anymore?
Don't make it, right?
Because these guys have been out there for like, I talked to this one dude. He was super chill, man. He was actually coming out of Thailand, right? And he actually had told me that he was out there 2 weeks, bro. Said he was out there 2 weeks on a broken boat, man. Just sitting there. Yeah. No radio, no comms. Yeah, the shit was just dead in the water.
Like, they keep finding these dudes off the California coast and like Mexico coast that have been out to sea for like a month.
Yeah.
Like they remember was it a year ago? Like a couple months ago? Time is weird for me. Yeah. They found a dude and his dog on like a busted up fishing boat, and he was just floating for like a month, him and the dog.
Nah, man.
I was like, oh my God, dude.
There was a famous poem, dude, somebody said, and I was in basic training, and one of my mean ass instructors said one time we were doing something. He was a chill dude, man, but he had actually said, like, he'd say, look, you guys, you know, no matter where you end up, you know, my first 4 years, and I didn't go to sea. I was land based for the first 4 years, man. 3 years in Japan, then did a year in Diego.
I know.
And he said, the ocean will make cowards of us all. It's like something like a
for sure,
like a poem, right? That he had said. He had read it somewhere. And man, it wasn't until I had been in for a while and I was watching these people come off those boats, and I was like, oh man, that dude looks like he just went through some, go home and write a book about trauma, right? Like, so.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly the moment it happened for me.
Yeah. What was that?
Remember when I went, when I was
voluntold
to go to that other.
Oh man, they asked for you by name. I heard they asked for you by name, bro.
I'm sure they did, because you know, I had a reputation fresh out of boot for a needle gun, right? I could needle gun the shit out of a fucking hull.
Get the salt on this guy.
So anyway, we were going from, I think it was Tokyo to somewhere up north, like Sapporo, somewhere up in Hokkaido, right? Mm-hmm. And we were transiting, because I think we had to go around and through, right? Like we were going up north through Hokkaido and then Korea, right? And we hit this storm, dude. And that was not a big ship.
No.
Right? So we were doing this.
Yeah.
And dudes had said stuff about flying up the ladder well, and I didn't really get it until it happened. And I launched straight up that thing, because I was running up as we were coming down, and I went shoof and just flew up that thing and smack right on the deck. And then I had to go and get in my chair. And I'll tell you what, man, I didn't typically get seasick, but man, I was sick as a dog all night that night. I had the mid-watch. So I laid down on the deck, and you know how where that barber chair attached to the deck?
Yeah. I
laid down and put my legs up on the chair, and then just put the trash can next to me, and I just let it happen. Yeah. I just let it go, all of it, and it never happened to me again.
Yeah, don't you love these ancient Enigma file sea stories? Before we
right? We're just gonna put a big banner on. Yeah. We'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.